A few months ago, well, actually a few weeks ago, we were talking about this Everest cancer climb, and it's in cooperation with MAKNA.
Yes.
So we were talking about the climbers who have just returned to Malaysia and as slim and fit as ever.
Yes.
I must say. So welcome to the studio. On our left is Datuk Dr. Arunan Selvaraj, who is a practicing lawyer as well as climber, and Mr. Vemana Apana, the senior manager of MAKNA, and Mr. Subramaniam Gunasekaran, who is the financial consultant. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, thank you for joining us. It's really great to see real life heroes here in the studio. So maybe Dato, you can share with us about the event itself. I think the climb itself was in April.
Yes.
Maybe you can share how was the preparation and the reason for the event.
The preparation itself, I mean, over the past 2 years we've been climbing overall, so we were quite prepared. And
but Everest, was it the first time?
Yes, the first time. Before that we've done Mount Kinabalu and a few other places in Malaysia. And the last 3 months was very extensive, the way we went about it, our training. And the experience, if you ask me, was it's a beautiful experience. You know, I can't say it in words. It was fantastic. And it's a very humbling experience, I would say, because everything is so majestic, so big, the snow and all that. And but we saw a lot of sufferings as well. A lot of other people breaking their hands, and
during the expedition.
During the expedition, and also some people who couldn't make it. And
is this part of your team or the rest of the?
No, our team, we were all right. We were quite well prepared, but other people from other countries. So it's a bit scary, but then we all, as a team, we managed to encourage each other, and we did it.
So then, when did you start going on the? Did you start the climb?
The climb started on the 28th. So we started from, we landed at Kathmandu and then we went to Lukla. From Lukla, Lukla is already 2,800 meters. From there we slowly ascended, and the whole trip was 14 days. And we reached, by the time we reached Everest base camp, it was already the 8th day. But the climb was not, there was a lot of difficulties as well as we were going, especially when the altitude hits you, when we started to experience some headache, and we were nauseated, and food was not very appetizing, So that was one part of the challenge that we had.
So Mr. Subramaniam, you can share with us, other than the physical challenges, how about the emotional part of it? How did you prepare for it? Emotionally,
we were in terms of, we were very happy. We were chosen one to go to represent MAKNA, to go to Everest base camp, because we are doing it for charity. We are helping other cancer patients to survive in life. So we are very happy to do it.
But was there any emotionally the hardest part there? Other than the physical challenge, did you had like you feel like breaking down? You feel like not going forward through the expedition?
Giving up or something like that?
Go through that?
The trails, most of the trails are really uphill. At times, it's very difficult even to walk up 10 steps with a high altitude and low level of oxygen. That at that particular point, I motivate myself by looking at local people in Nepal. They will be walking up by carrying 100 kg of loads at your back. And also, we are carrying MAKNA's vision in our heart. So we keep on going.
So we are actually showing.
As we are going itself, right? Because we are 9 of us in the team altogether. So that the oldest is 57 years old, Mr. Silva. All right. So as we are going front, and by the time we rest, Mr. Silva, who's taking slow steps, he's already reaching us. So it's like, oh, Mr. Silva is already here. So don't stop. Go. So he is very determined to do it at his age, and that is another motivation within the group.
Okay, that's great.
What is the temperature there? How cold was it?
Average, I would say, I mean, it's like 0, -2 and all, but it even went up to -15. The weather there is really unpredictable. As we start going, it'll be, we'll have sunshine, and then next thing it'll start snowing, we'll have rain, just like that. Very difficult to predict.
Maybe you can share with us, Dato', do you go through that personal experience of, you know, when you go through this something challenging, you know, life flashes by you and you think, you know what, if I don't survive this, do you go through that experience?
Yeah, definitely. Many times, you know, sometimes, I mean, you think of your loved ones at home, and, you know, we also compare, you know, the facilities that they have there. It's not very good, and sometimes it's very cold at night, and then there were times because of this altitude problem, we sometimes have breathing difficulties, so you don't know what's going to happen next. And the stories we hear of people, and the higher we go, there's a place, I think in Tengboche, we were passing gravestones, all those who didn't make it.
I see.
And you know, they don't bring the body down, they bury you then and there. So things like this also makes you appreciate you know, your loved ones at home, and all those friends, people who are close to you, you know, all these things come to your mind, definitely. Yeah.
How would you say would be the most memorable, you know, the most memorable feeling or the moment throughout the whole journey?
So, the memorable moment, still the one incident which is still running in my mind until today. Before reaching the Everest base camp, I asked Vamana, will you cry when you reach there? And without thinking twice, he said, why must I? Okay, I said, okay. Then once we reached there, every one of us shed tears.
It's something like you've set a mission to go and you already reached there, and you're already shouldering the pain of patients who are suffering behind. Okay? And this is something you're taking along. So once you reach there, it's like an emotion of you've achieved something, and it's an accomplishment, and you're giving back to the community. And that's when we held our hands together and we said thanks to the Lord for blessing us we made it this far. So at that point, it really struck that what we've carried up here is so meaningful. And that's when I think when he asked me, I said, no, I'm not going to cry. It naturally came down, you know. Yeah.
But of course the tears just froze then, right? Because it was so cold.
There goes our macho image.
Okay. So, can you share with the viewers, after the event itself, what was the outcome regarding the charity? How many did you manage to, the charity itself?
How much you managed to raise?
Because before going, we've already made, we start appealing for donation and sharing the mission with many of individuals and organizations. Many organizations came from the Royal Sungai Ujong. Subra is from the Alliance Bank. So Alliance Bank came forward. The Rotary of Bandar Sunway came forward. And then there's an individual, John Clark Sumugod. He came together, and Miley and Cole, DRB Highcom, and many other individuals who came. And along when we are going itself, we were already updating on Facebook, and there were a lot of followers and people commenting on the work that we're doing, as well as the funds are coming through internet as well, so the people have been donating. And we targeted 100,000 ringgit to raise, but we exceeded our target. Very proud to say that. And it was 158,000 that we raised.
Wonderful.
So this is going to aid many cancer patients with surgical equipments, chemotherapy, drugs, chemoport, prostheses. So these are the areas, and financial assistance monthly that they require. So we are proud to say that we've exceeded our target, and it's going back to the community, and thanks to my rainbow team.
All right. So, Dato, will there be any more future climbs? Maybe the second tallest? Is it K2?
Yeah, K2.
K2 is the second highest.
Actually, we're all very tired.
Okay.
So
when did you return, by the way?
On the 12th of May.
Oh, it's quite...
And you've been recovering or recuperating.
And but we will continue climbing for sure. And you know, the course for MAKNA, we believe in MAKNA, and we are very happy to do this for MAKNA. And maybe you know, since it's like our hobby to hike and climb, we will do that. And then eventually we will plan something else, you know.
Okay. Mr. Subramanian, maybe you can also share with us, like after this climb, any future projects with MAKNA, like, you know, teach hiking for young children, you know. Is there any other future projects even under?
So we are planning something, everything at the planning stage. We haven't materialized yet. So when we have finalized everything, we will announce to the public.
Right.
Because we do get people emailing to us and texting to us, as well as Facebook. It's like, can I join?
Yes.
So we already know that there are followers coming and who are very keen and interested. Probably we will work out something in the future, yes.
Well, tell us about the whole preparation of the project to raise this fund. So at the same time, the preparation prior to the climb. How long did it take you guys to start training yourself, so gearing up?
You were telling us it was 3 months preparation, but do you do it locally, or is there do you do it
on a daily basis or a weekly basis or something?
Yeah, we did a lot of almost every weekend. We started going to different mountains in Malaysia, so we covered most of the mountains in Malaysia.
Peninsula and
yes, and we didn't go overseas. No, so the furthest we went was Mount Kinabalu.
Okay, but for you to get used to the altitude, the weather.
Okay, that's the only thing we couldn't do. We did everything else in terms of endurance. We went to Cameron Highlands and a lot of other places.
Right.
But the altitude problem, that's something we just couldn't do. So we just had to adhere to other mountain climbers who advised us to walk very slowly and to drink a lot of water.
And the one that helped us a lot was the walk we did from Tapa to Cameron Highlands, because it took about 10 hours to walk.
I see.
So we found that very good, because daily we walk about 8 to 10 hours to one point to another until we reach the base camp. So it's actually a long walk, and it's going uphill and sometimes downhill, crossing the stream and things. So we feel that was something very...
So from Tapa...
all the way to Cameron Highlands.
Wow, so you managed to do that on a daily basis?
No, we did it in one of our treks that we did.
But that actually helped?
Yeah, because we were doing a lot of reading, so it was also mentioned that it's a long hour walk, so we wanted to prepare ourselves in that. Yeah, that was very good.
And how did you feel throughout the whole climb?
Oh, I'm very, very happy until now.
All of us lost average about 4 to 5 kgs.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
All of us,
I think I should go on this climb now.
Yes.
Do a few more climbs after that.
And your family must be so ecstatic to finally see you after your trip. The last question, maybe you can share with the viewers, where can they get more information if they're interested in joining, or even as simple as donating to MAKNA?
Yeah, to donate to MAKNA, they can go to www.makna.org.my. On top right corner, there's a button donate, and you can donate there. And there's a button also campaign, where you can see we're going to post our updates on the MAKNA website. Facebook, can go to MAKNA Malaysia, and you can see the updates, and there's a lot of videos and whatever the photographs that we've taken, it's all updated there. So viewers can view that.
Well, Dato', being a novice climber, what would your advice be to the aspiring climbers out there?
One is do your homework very well. You must know your mountain. And one advice, I think Dato' Mohandas, the Malaysian climber who advises, he said, if you can't make Batu Caves 10 times, he said, don't even think about it. So I think you need to go 10 times up, 10 times down.
In an hour.
In an hour, yeah.
Okay, and Tapa to Cameron Highlands.
And 10 hours.
10 hours Tapa to Cameron Highlands. Thank you again for joining us.
So much,
it's great to have real life heroes here in our studio. We're very honored to have all of you.
Yes, thank you so much for coming to the studio, and welcome back, of course. Well, from Mount Everest, we're moving on to the homestay at Kampung Sungai Pasu in Raub. So Ali Azhar went there to check out the place. So let's take a look.